Welcome back to Washington High School, where it is Washington Demon girls basketball here on the Southeast Iowa Video Network, powered by our good friends at Washington County Hospital and Clinics. Happy New Year, everybody. We are back for the first broadcast of 2026. Jack Knowlton, I'll be joined alongside my partner, Zeph Walker-L, in just a little bit, and another third broadcaster we'll have joining us for tonight's game. Just a single matchup tonight, no doubleheader here on the Southeast Iowa Video Network, but a girls matchup between the Washington Demons and the Marion Wolves, the Class 4A side out of the WAMAC East Division, coming here to Washington to face off against a 6-2 Demons team that currently sits second in the Southeast Conference. 3 conference wins to their name. They have the most overall as well, trailing Keokuk at that 4-0 mark, but Washington fresh off of 2 straight wins. We were here for the first one before the holiday break, all the way back on December 19th against Mount Pleasant. It was a 44-22 win for Washington, and that one then proceeded to go on the road and knock off Fort Madison for another conference win. They won that one 50-44, and it was Adeline Long, the usual top scorer for Washington, getting it done. 19 points. She had 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal. Made a couple of threes in that one. And the big bench contributor, Reagan Miller, 14 points. She made 4 3-pointers in that game as well. Obviously, I know Zeph in the past broadcasts has kind of spotlighted Reagan Miller as a bench star for this Washington team, and they will certainly need her to do that again tonight. Washington, a couple of other stats from that Fort Madison game. Won the rebounding battle 27-24, a narrow edge on the boards. Remember, Washington, a good rebounding team here this season. They are number 1 in the SEC in rebounding, number 1 in offensive rebounding at just under 13 per game. That's good for 15th among Class 3A teams as well. Their overall rebounding margin is inside the top 20. The Demons, 11 turnovers, 8 assists in that one. Turnovers has been a little bit of a crunch point for Washington. They've struggled a little bit in that department, still last in the SEC, but they have dropped by almost a whole turnover in the 2 games against Mount Pleasant and Fort Madison, gone down from 17 to just over 16 per game. But that's something they will certainly have to limit against a Marion team who does rank decently in the WAMAC East in Class 4A. They enter under their head coach at 2-4, 1-1 in the WAMAC East so far. This was a team that went 13-10. They were 1 game away from reaching state, reached the 4A Region 3 final last season in 2024. They beat Western Dubuque in the first round, lost to Maquoketa in the championship game to go to state. Only 1 senior departure from that team. They returned a few key members from it. Harlow Griffin, a junior forward, will be one to watch. She is the tallest player on this Marion team at 5'11", was an all-WAMAC East second-teamer last year, is averaging 12.5 points and 5 rebounds a game. She will be the primary post presence. Other than that, this Marion team not too tall and only shooting 28% from 3. That's slightly better than Washington at 27.3%, which actually is the second best mark in the SEC. Marion, the name of their game, passing. They have a lot of players who can contribute. They move the ball very well. 11.8 assists per game. That is number 1 in their conference and ranks number 15 overall in all of Class 4A. That's their best stat overall coming into this game. We mentioned Harlow Griffin, the other player to watch, Kendall Arhus. She was a all-WAMAC East second-teamer as well. 12 points a game. Primary scorer for this team, shooting 33% from the field, just under 29% from 3-point range. They will be the 2 to spotlight for the Wolves. For the Demons, like looking at their usual suspects, they're starting 5, Adeline Long. She's at 14.8 points per game so far this season to lead the Demons in scoring. She has provided a heck of a punch for Washington this year. Again, 6-2 for the Demons. They'll play this game, a solo 1 no boys game tonight, but then both of these teams will be back in action against Burlington here on Friday. That will be streamed live on the Southeast Iowa Video Network as the Demon boys and girls teams battle the Greyhounds. But an exciting one here, a little non-conference action, will be a good test for Washington against a Marion team that has hung around in the postseason the last couple of years. We'll send it to a quick break. We come back, we'll have the starting lineups, the national anthem, and tip-off between Washington and Marion. You're watching Washington Demon Basketball, powered by Washington County Hospital and Clinics. Back in a moment.
I love helping people. I always wanted to help people. That's what I love the most.
We do a really good job of growing our own, but also we are able to take your skills, adapt them to what we need, or grow them as well.
Our leadership group here, they are actively involved, always supportive of our new ideas and innovation here at the hospital.
Washington County Hospital and Clinics. Apply today.
There are places where all roads lead to families providing for their loved ones and their community. That's where you'll find us. Generation after generation. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
My name is Levi Lyle. I have lived in Kyoto my entire life, but I've been an organic farmer for about a decade. Truly, the reason to do business locally is because of the joy and fulfillment that comes in relationships. Coming to Professional Proteins is an opportunity to work with good people.
Our communities were founded on the strength of local farmers. At CBI Bank and Trust, you can aim high, bank strong. With personalized service and trusted relationships, we'll help take your ag business to the next level with the right loan for your needs. CBI Bank and Trust is here for you.
At Southeast Iowa Cabinets and Strabela Construction, we provide everything from design to complete installation of your kitchen cabinets. For small town service with competitive prices, Southeast Iowa Cabinets and Strabela Construction are here for you.
The Connie and Amanda team is dedicated to giving back to our community by actively engaging with our clients, businesses, and the public. When it comes to helping you find your next home, investment, or commercial space, the Connie and Amanda team is here for you.
Between the Marion Wolves and your very own Washington Demons. The Iowa High School Athletic Association and Washington High School encourages positive sportsmanship and behavior at all times during our athletic events. Good sportsmanship starts with respect for yourself, your team, the opponent, and the decisions made by the officials. Please honor these athletes competing tonight by refraining from any negative comments. Together, we can set the standard for good sportsmanship. Please join me in welcoming our officials for tonight. Mr. John Mathias, Mr. Adam Roy, and Mr. Ted Supel. For your Marion Wolves. Starters. Number 1, Kendall Harris, sophomore guard, 5'5". At guard, 5'5" sophomore. Number 2, Addison Ivan. At 5'6", senior guard. Number 10, Grace Whalen. At forward, 5'11" junior, number 23, Harlow Griffin. A 5'5" guard, sophomore, number 25, Ellie Morris. Marion Wolves are coached by Henry Martinson, Ron Chapman, and Michaela Nahazel. And now, for your Washington Demons. A 5'10" guard, senior, number 0, Addie Long. At guard, a 5'10" senior, number 3, Layton Messenger. 5'7" guard, senior, number 5, Oakley Sabaski. A 5'11" freshman, 5'11" senior, number 12, Addison Miller. A 5'9" sophomore, number 15, Vivi Kroll. At this time, we ask that you please stand and remove your hats as we pay honor to this great nation with the playing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Play ball!
Welcome back to Washington High School here on the Southeast Iowa Video Network, where it is just about tip-off time between the Washington Demons and the Marion Wolves. A little non-conference action to start off the new year. Jack Knowlton, Zeph Walker-El will join us in a minute. And we've got a third voice here tonight on the Southeast Iowa Video Network. The voice.
Oh, look out.
John the voice. John Woodward. Going to be our... what NFL ref would you like me to compare you to?
You know,
Dean Blandino?
I know. Hopefully
Terry
none. I don't know.
McCauley?
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
John will be providing our rules analyst here, as well as some color commentary tonight as the Demons and Wolves battle it out, and Washington wins the tip with Adeline Long, their leading scorer, at the controls, giving to Leighton Messenger. Kick out to Addison Miller. Drives inside. Layup blocked. Vivian Kroll comes up with the offensive rebound. Adeline Long, a 3-2 strong. Miller right there on the offensive glass. And a jump ball is called that'll give possession to Marion. So a couple of old boards for the Demons, but no basket coming from their first possession. Marion coming back the other way. Ellie Morris. This is out to Grace Whalen. She drives inside, kicks it out to Eris. Now driving inside, layup is good. Drops home. 2 points for Harlow Griffin. Going to be hearing her name called a lot tonight. Griffin, one of their 2 double-digit scorers. Press on, and a turnover by Adeline Long will get possession back to Marion. So the Wolves back in control and in the corner. Working it around. Grace Whalen. Addison Iben has it now. Circling is Ellie Morris. Shot up too strong that time. Offensive rebound. Collected and put back home. That's Griffin, who knocks it through. So we welcome Zeph Walker-El as well to the broadcast. So a packed house if you're following along at home. A 3-man booth. John Woodward, myself, Zeph Walker-El. Happy New Year, Zeph. It's a 4-0 lead to start things out for Marion.
I see good patience here, Jack, in the half court by Marion. They're working the ball around really, really well. You'd like to see the Demons when that ball goes up a little early, a little flat-footed, a lot of ball watching. I think when the ball's going up to the rim, maybe put a body on a body so we can get some box out, a couple of boards that otherwise may not have happened, but here we go.
Quick shot off the inbound. Offensive rebound by Whalen, and it's Marion now with the presence on the glass. Whalen will head to the line for a pair of free throws.
Fouls on Vicky Kroll, her first team foul number 1.
Foul goes on Kroll. Whalen around 3 points per game last season. She was an all-WAMAC East honorable mention player. First free throw drops.
Going with a deep bench here for the Demons, right? That's a deep bench. Looks like a football bench right there.
Second free throw good for Whalen. It's a 6-0 start. Washington going to have to figure out this press. Marion just manning up. Ball comes into Messenger. She gets it across half court.
Oh, she got to find her in that corner.
Trying to go quickly, now holds it up in the corner. Gets it to Long. Addison Miller. Been a while since Washington's had the ball on this side of the court here in the first quarter. Messenger drives and gets to the line for 2.
Good job by the team, Mr. Jack. You know, they've taken a lot of perimeter shots earlier in this game. When that happens, you really like to see what Messenger was doing there. You just put your head down, go to the basket, maybe draw a foul, get yourself to the free throw line. The basket starts to look a little bit bigger, a little bit wider once you get a couple free throws knocked down here.
This is a Washington team that has faced off against a lot of good presses so far this season. Keokuk pressed a fair bit. Mediapolis unleashed a torrent of a press when they came in. Mediapolis, a ranked 2A team, as Messenger gets the second free throw to drop, so the Demons on the board.
Seems like a common occurrence amongst these high school girls' defenses to master that press. But you can stop a lot of offense.
Whalen inside. Griffin will take it against Miller. No good. The rebound connected and a jump ball is called. Messenger going up strong and will win possession back for Washington.
So Messenger fortunate there to get that tie-up call. Definitely a lot of contact on the play, but good job there by the officials letting that go. 2 hands on top of the ball.
Riley Boggs went up for it. She defends here along with the substitute Braylon Whistler.
Gotta find it.
Nice by Long to get out of there. Saboski's trapped in a foul near the sideline. They were trying to pin Saboski.
Addison is open a lot in that corner. They had to find her.
Yeah, what you're seeing a lot in this particular case is, it's a man press, if you will, but the one that's taking the inbounder, they're trapping immediately and pursuing that ball all the way up the floor. Messenger for 3 here.
Messenger gets it to go. Has all 5 of the Demons' points in this first quarter.
Green light, green light.
About 6 points per game is her season average. A quick 3 coming the other way, no good from Griffin. And Washington finding their footing a little bit now. Messenger back the other way in the corner for Miller. Messenger gets it back quickly, swings it to Saboski. Miller drives inside, back out to Messenger. Thought about it.
Let that fly. Hand down, man
Saboski
down.
will. No good, too strong off the back iron. And coming the other way is Eris.
Saboski was able to notice they're going to play hands down defense. You better let it fly.
Eris a deep 3. That's good to go. She's just under 29% from the year, but can score in bunches. It increases the lead to 4 for the visitors. Saboski, quick ball movement here for Washington. Saboski gets it back. Drives to the free throw line. Tries to get all the way to the rim. Turns it over on the pass out to Long. And coming the other way now is Boggs. Another deep 3 for Eris. That drops. And a quick timeout for Colin Mulford. The lead balloons to 7 from a pair of Kendall Eris 3s. 6 points for her. Now half of the total. Just a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. Zeph, I'll start with you. What are you seeing so far in this first sequence?
You know, they're breaking the press, but they're not able to see the open play of the press. And that open play is going to be Addison Miller in that corner every single time. The girl in the middle, she's not turning around. She's worried about where the ball is going to end up coming down the press, which is why the trap is happening. The moment they lift their heads up and they look down court, they're going to start opening up the floor.
Jack, I think on the defensive side, 2 things. Got to put a body on a body for the boards. And then that secondary shooter on the break. You're not stopping the ball on the break. They're getting wherever they want to set it up to where they're going to go inside out and go right back. You saw in the last 2 possessions on the kick out for the 3-pointer. You got to identify the shooter for Marion if you're Washington.
Marion relaxing the press. Washington's first possession out of the timeout. Well, 2-3 zone. Miller finds herself open and gets that to drop.
There you just laid it out, Zeph.
That was awesome.
Reagan Miller, 4 threes last game, continues the hot shooting.
You're right, that was Reagan.
And a travel is called.
Sorry, Addison.
It's Dado Gassama. Checked in off the bench a couple of minutes ago for Marion, and the press immediately back on after a quick response. Colin Mulford will like that out of the timeout. Reagan Miller scored 14 points off the bench in that Washington win over Fort Madison. They needed him too, trying to prevent the turnover.
It's a good hustle.
Marion ends up with it though.
So
Coming the other way is Eris.
Out there.
Quick trigger, 3 drops.
She got it.
Eris is red hot in this first quarter. 3 threes. Ashlyn Long, the Washington substitute, gets it quickly the other way. 15-8. Suddenly some pace to this first quarter. Messenger, she'll try a corner 3. No good. Bit too strong there, but Long able to come away with it. Gets it to Ashlyn Long. That one too short. And now Iben with the basketball. Washington trying to slow it down. That's an even deeper 3.
She has a cannon on her arm. And her cannon came from wherever Steph Curry had his cannon built, because she's shooting deep.
Another triple for Eris. She has 12 of 18 points. Colin Mulford's going to call another timeout. I'm not really sure what you do there when she just pulls up from that deep.
So from there, again, you have to identify. There's only been about, 1 to 2 other shots completely in this whole first quarter from the perimeter by Marion. You know you have one shooter. So when you have a fast break and a transition opportunity, identify the hot hand if you're the defense. You have to identify that. To me, if you have someone getting this hot, you got to pick it up at half court. Right there. And as Kenny the Jet Smith used to say, hand down, man down. That is 3 out of 4 threes that were really uncontested. And the last one, the defender was out there, but not hand up too late. Too late. The target had already been identified. You got to be there.
I think you've also got to note that she's ready.
Oh, yeah. She will pull it from anywhere.
She's ready. So
anywhere.
You've got to almost throw her off her game early.
Eris had 12 points a game on the season. She's already got 12 in this first quarter.
That was tough.
It's a 10-point game, and this feels like a real flashpoint here. You know, we saw a hot shooting team come in here and beat Washington fairly handily in Mediapolis. Won that game 49-30. They were a hot shooting team. Had a couple of players, just one identified so far for Marion, but he's pulling up from well beyond the 3-point line. Messenger picks up around half court, gets it to Ashlyn Long. Able to get it back to Messenger.
Oh, no.
And a miscommunication.
You got to take that shot, Leighton.
No trouble that time for Washington. Reagan Miller comes up with it. Kick out corner, Long. Drives inside, Messenger. Pump fakes. Drives. Back out to Ashlyn Long. She loses control. Tries to get it to Adeline Long, but it's recovered by Iben. And the hustle play pays off for the Wolves. They'll come back the other way. 2:14 to go, and Seattle and Long now basically face guarding Eris in the corner right now. She gets it. Guarded by Long. See if she steps back.
That would have been dirty.
Long jumped, but got her to pass out of a 3. Now it goes inside. Spinning and driving is Griffin. Can't forget about her, and that's 2 more. And the lead is 12 now. Griffin has 6 points. Ashlyn Long, wide open 3. That goes.
Great shot. I like that.
20-11. The Demons feel like a good shooting night is going to be required given how well Marion started. Long, nice defending there. A quick deflection by Sarah Berto. Resetting is Iben.
Whatever coach
over in the
that
corner.
Out.
Gasama. Opposite corner now is Whistler. Drops it inside for Griffin. Spinning on Messenger. Shot just too short. Nice contest there by Leighton. The other way, Ashlyn Long. And a quick steal. Good hands there by Eris. All the way to the rim. Long fouled her on the way up.
See, now there partly, I feel like there's a little bit of frustration there, because Long's got length. Right on the opposite on the offensive player there, so you want to try to get both hands up in the air, make yourself as big as possible, force her to shoot over the top of you. You can't bail her out by just swinging down and hard, just not to give up a layup.
Instead, it's the first foul of the game for Long. Eris drops the first free throw.
In a way, it could work in their favor by roughing her up a little bit, slowing her down.
Oh yeah, you're certainly trying to do that, but I think right now, as you see the ball not even touch the rim, I mean she's certainly in a zone. I do like the adjustment by Mulford. You're putting a hat on a hat. Your best player, in that case, best perimeter player on the best perimeter player, going matchup. Say, all right, now you got to beat it. Now you got to work a little bit harder. Certainly a lot harder than just catching and popping uncontested, on multiple shots. That's for sure.
Ellie Morris and Grace Whalen are both back into the game for Marion. Washington nearly turned it over again. Instead, they get it ahead to Berto. Nice ball movement and 2 points for Addison Miller.
That's what you want to see. That play is open every time.
Or excuse me, now it's me getting the wrong Miller's sister. That was Reagan with the layup. Gassama.
There you go. As the hands up.
Into the corner to Iben, trying to drop it inside. Long has some size on Whalen. The kick out. Gassama will try a 3. Too strong. Leighton Messenger grabs the rebound. And quickly the other way. Tries to throw it ahead. Nice pass to Sarah Berto for 2.
We're seeing
the bench and Mulford approving of that one. A chance for Washington. Now, by the way, Kendall Harris out of the game for Marion.
Oh, yeah.
Gassama at the buzzer.
They gotta wave,
good.
He's got to wave that off. There you go.
And so Washington, a little bit of life there to end that first quarter, but a 22-15 lead for Marion. We send it to a quick break. When we come back, the two gentlemen to my right will carry us through the second quarter. Zeph Walker-El and John the Voice, John Woodward. We'll be back here on the Southeast Iowa Video Network in just a moment.
At WCHC, our goal is to take great care of our patients and our staff.
We are able to approach you, take care of your issues, but also give you a path, as far as referrals or treating you right then and there.
Our role in the community is taking care of something that matters to everyone. It's their family and their health.
More than you expect for your health care.
Check out Community Profiles every Thursday, where our host, Greta Clemens, talks with people from around Washington about their stories and highlighting upcoming events. Make sure to tune in to Community Profiles every Thursday at 10 on the Southeast Iowa Live Facebook and YouTube page.
At Seafirst Credit Union, we're all about making connections, like how we connect you to that dream vacation with a savings account designed to help get you on the flight there. Connect with Seafirst today and see why together is better.
At Washington Lumber and Home Center, our extensive knowledge, great pricing, and a long list of local installation experts, you are guaranteed to get the service you deserve with the quality you should expect. Washington Lumber and Home Center, your local place for great results.
And we're back here for some Demon basketball. We have the Demon girls taking on Marion, and they're trailing by 7. Rough start to that first quarter. We have number 1, Arbus, with 4 3-pointers. She was just letting it fly, and the Demons had to adjust.
I'll say she just finally missed one there in the corner.
Well, we'll put that on the board there. First miss for her. Adeline Long bringing the ball up the court. Looks like Marion's relaxed on that press a little bit. They've pressed hard in that first quarter, but the Demons are finally able to break it. Leighton Messenger, nice mid-range pull-up. Jay, no good. Rebounded by Saboski. Scrambling here. Leighton Messenger finds Reagan Miller, drives in. Finds Saboski on the drive. A little bit of a contact there. Sarah Berto with the rebound. Kicks out. This Marion
defense help. You gotta get to her.
Aggressive.
Yeah.
And out of bounds. Demons retain possession on that one.
I think they may have missed one on that drive when Saboski was taking her. I think they got a little bit too much contact, a little bit of sliding under the defender. I think they might have given up legal guarding position on that one, but it's okay. We play on. You always would rather have them be a little more than just a whistle every play. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we got one right there. Foul on number 10, Whalen, Grace Whalen. Inbounding for the Demons is Adeline Long. Finds Messenger in the corner. She stops. Reagan on the wing, drives in, gets the ball stolen, and it's almost stolen back from Long. On the fast break is Marion, and it's good. 2 points for Addison Iben. Demons trail by 9. Adeline Long with the crossover, pull-up 3, and it's good! 3 points for Adeline Long. She puts up her first points of the night.
So she seemed to defer a lot in that first quarter, and that's, you like your main offensive player deferring a little bit early, get some teammates involved. When you start to get a deficit, you like to see them go into attack mode a little bit more.
Oh,
and you want to stop the ball here.
Tough
attack
play
it
there. He's got to stop the shooter, Aris. She's off on her second miss of the night. Started off hot in the first quarter, but a pull-up three is down the net. That's for Ellie Morris of Marion. The Wolves are now up, well, again by 9. Berto at the top of the key. Finds Long on the wing. Screen from Berto. Long drives in, but it's stolen from Aris, and she's gone on the fast break layup, and it's good. Give her 16 on the evening. Demons are trailing by 10. Long hits Berto. Finds Messenger at the top of the key, who hits Miller. Screen from Berto.
Berto's got to be careful there. She's still moving on that screen. You don't want to get hit with one of those every possession. Precious right now.
Saboski in the corner, and it's
just halfway down. Could not get it to go.
It bounces out the rim. Saboski really needed that one to stop this break from the Wolves. Miller guarded by 2 in the corner. The aggressive defense from the Marion Wolves are halting the Demons as they are trying to find a bucket here.
There you go. There you go. It's a good pickup by the trail official there. I'm looking at the lead in that case, but good pickup by the trail to pick up that reach. I'm watching the Demons on offense, Zeph, and I'm seeing this propensity to keep going to the corner and picking up our dribble. And that's death in the game of basketball. Death. If you get yourself to the corner and you're picking up that dribble, you're really just allowing the defenders to feast upon you in the corner by using those out-of-bounds lines as really multiple defenders. So really like to see them work it back towards the middle of the floor as they're doing right here.
Yes, indeed. Finds the other Miller sister this time. Addison's back in the game. Saboski on the wing, who pulls up for 3. No good. The Wolves bringing it down, guarded by Miller. Top of the key is Whalen. In the middle of the bucket is Morris. Wide open in the corner. Weisler's way off. Out of bounds called. Weisler really wanted that one, but it was way off. Out of bounds. Demons get possession. Adeline Long bringing the ball down court, still trailing by 10. Screened off by Kroll.
And if you're Washington, just recognize you don't have to get all of this back in one possession right now. I know you're down double digits, but just keep working. Maybe get it cut to 5 before, possibly before halftime. You'll be okay.
Miller for 3. And it's almost, that looked so good. The rim is just not open for business today.
A little unkind. On one end, it seems that Marion has been on a hot streak for most of the game, but Washington's got, that's a third one, really just halfway down and out.
Griffin strong to the cup, and she's fouled by Saboski.
See, and right there, if you're Washington, if I'm watching this, Griffin's going to her right every single, it does not matter where she's at on the floor, she's getting to her right every single time. And if I'm a defender, we have to recognize this and push her back to her left hand. Almost be dramatic with it, right? Step all the way out. Really get on her right leg with the center of your body. See if you can't make her make a good play and go back to her left hand as a right-handed player. If she beats you that way, you tip your hat, you say okay. But really would like to see them try to get her to go to her left hand a little more.
Yes, indeed. Anticipate the post control that she has right now.
Yep.
Griffin is good on both free throws. Demons trail by 12. The score is 30-18. Adeline Long looking to create some offense for her team here. Accept the screen by Kroll. Finds Messenger. Top of the key is Miller, who wants the 3 but didn't take it. And it's almost stolen, but they're scrambling, hustling on the ground for it. And it's recovered by Griffin. Wolves get possession. Aris stops. In the corner, driving, and contact again at the rim, that time on Reagan Miller.
And I know Miller didn't like that call, but what she's not seeing is when that drive was made, there's just this ever so slight. You see it all the time. Defenders will drop their arms and, again, give up that verticality. And they'll move into the offensive player, and then they'll get bopped in the face with maybe the defender's head or something. But just keep working to maintain that verticality.
Indeed. Off on the first one, but makes the second one. So she splits the free throws. Riley Bogus. Adeline Long still looking to get some more offense going for her team here.
Got to take better care of the basketball here. We've just seen a few sloppy dribbling plays, passes.
The Miller sisters, the top of the key, and it's deflected by the Wolves, who are hounding them on defense. The Demons are not able to stop this defensive pressure put on by the Wolves from start to almost into the second half. Baseline rebound is Long. And turns the ball over. Intended passer was gonna be Leighton Messenger, but the Wolves are just not stopping on their defensive pressure. Aris bringing the ball up court with a nice crossover there. Griffin posting, goes down low, and more contact on the swipe down from Reagan Miller.
Yeah, but that's what
Addison Miller, excuse me.
That's what referee John Mathias is signaling as he comes to the table, where he just, again, is giving up that verticality where you're coming forward with two hands. It just seems that there's just a little bit more life. I don't know, Washington maybe just seems a little gassed if there's, just been some different tough games lately. It's a Monday, you're coming off the weekend, whatever the case might be.
Long winter break.
Yeah, they just seem a little sluggish in this first half. I mean, on the opposite side, Marion is out firing. They're tenacious. They're pressuring the ball, right? They're active with their hands. They're active on the glass. Really got to give them credit for that.
Desama splits the free throws there. Reagan on the wing, driving in. Finds Kroll, low post. Leighton Messenger drives in. Finds Kroll in the low post. Miller at the top. Hesitates on the three. Miller in the corner, drives in. She gets doubled. Reagan for three, and it's off. A lot of hesitation happening at that top of that three-point line. Got to remember the hand down, man down.
Yep. And again, if you kind of see here, there's a lot of good ball movement. Again, what you see, the ball pops around pretty quickly, right? There's not a ton of dribbling without purpose on this end of the floor.
Marion's offense is looking pretty good tonight as they are still leading, and another three-pointer there from Riley Bogus. Demons trail by 17 points. This lead is getting out of hand. Now we have 54 seconds left in the first half. Substitution for the Demons. Saboski and Burdo check back in for Kroll and Addison Miller. The Demons have scored just 2 points here in the second quarter. Tough time offensively. Oh, and the nice crossover there from Long.
That's got to be up for sure. At this point in this junction of the game, and obviously at 39 seconds, but in the second half, I'd really like to see Long come out and just start to take over a little bit, because there's just a lot of one dribble, two dribbles, stop, pick up the dribble, look around, not unsure what to do from different places. So at this point, with the lead continuing to mount, at some point you just got to put the team on your back for a few possessions and say, okay, we're going to get a bucket. I'm going to either get to the free throw line. I'm going to get an and one, something. We got to have some positive here.
And Long is short on the first free throw there. She had just one field goal go in earlier with a three-pointer, and off on both free throws is Long. Miller, Leighton Messenger for three there, but
ball goes out of bounds, hit up and over the top of the backboard, hit the actual shot clock.
29 seconds left here in the first half. Demons still trailing by 17. at the break. You got to know Coach Milford is not happy about his play from the girls today. Going to have a really strong conversation going to that locker room. Marion driving. Finds Aris, who pulls up deep and is good for another one. Give her 19 points here on the evening. 5 seconds to go, and Miller drives in. Got a tough contact there with 1 second to go in the first half. Long is going to go back to the free throw line. She got pretty banged up there.
Yep.
Call that take one for the team. We got to put some points on the board before the second half's over, or the first half. Good on the first free throw there. Good on the second one. Give her 5 points. And that'll do it for our first half. Demons trail against the Marion Wolves 38-20. Demons were able to score 4 points here in that second quarter. We're going to have a quick break before we have the halftime conversation. Anything, you got something to say for us, John?
Fire needs to be lit, Seth.
The fire needs to be lit. It is cold outside, so hopefully they can bring that fire for the second half. We'll be right back here on the Southeast Iowa Video Network.
Introducing Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every meal is a delight. Start your day with our mouthwatering breakfast options and savor flavorful lunches with friends and family. Cap off your day with our delectable dinners. Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every moment is delicious.
Fairway is the place to be all season long for your grocery needs. Drive through the lane for the snacks and drinks you need to keep you in the game, and don't forget to grab a meal for a post-game feast. Make Fairway your home field advantage. Your adventure starts here. Caparotto Group Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram will get you ready in style. Meet with our friendly and experienced team to find a vehicle that gets you on the road, and rely on our service shop to keep you there. Caparotto Group. See yourself the Capra experience.
At Wolf Floral, you'll find everything you need to spruce up your summer. Located on the southeast corner of the Washington Square, we've got you covered from small gift items to the finest floral arrangements around. Wolf Floral, unique by choice, not by chance.
In the heart of rural Iowa, where community matters most, the connections we make are made to last. Meet KCTC, your hometown internet, phone, and TV provider. At KCTC, we're not just about technology, we're about people. Our dedicated team are your neighbors, committed to bringing you top-tier services right where you live. We believe in giving back to the community that raised us. Experience the power of a real connection with KCTC. Join us in building a stronger, more connected Southeast Iowa.
I love helping people. I always wanted to help people. That's what I love the most.
We do a really good job of growing our own, but also we are able to take your skills, adapt them to what we need, or grow them as well.
Our leadership group here, they are actively involved, always supportive of our new ideas and innovation here at the hospital.
Washington County Hospital and Clinics. Apply today.
There are places where all roads lead to families providing for their loved ones and their community. That's where you'll find us. Generation after generation, Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
My name is Levi Lyle. I have lived in Kyoto my entire life, but I've been an organic farmer for about a decade. Truly, the reason to do business locally is because of the joy and fulfillment that comes in relationships. Coming to Professional Proteins is an opportunity to work with good people.
Our communities were founded on the strength of local farmers. At CBI Bank and Trust, you can aim high, bank strong. With personalized service and trusted relationships, we'll help take your ag business to the next level with the right loan for your needs. CBI Bank and Trust is here for you.
At Southeast Iowa Cabinets and Strabela Construction, we provide everything from design to complete installation of your kitchen cabinets. For small town service with competitive prices, Southeast Iowa Cabinets and Strabela Construction are here for you. Welcome back to Washington High School here on the Southeast Iowa Video Network. It is the Washington Demon girls basketball team trailing the Marion Wolves 38-20. This is the Fairway Meat and Grocery halftime show. Jack Knowlton, Zeph Walker-L in the booth, along with our great producer, Peter Camp, on the ones and twos. Zeph, it was a tough second quarter in particular for Washington, but the story of the game feels like on the Marion side. Kendall Harris, 19 points in that first half. She buried 5 3-pointers. A few of them looked like they were shot from Dubuque range here in the Washington High School gym. It was quite a barrage from 3 for her. They struggled stopping her. Struggled stopping a few shooters there for the team out of the WAMAC. Gasama hitting a 3 as well for the visitors. A team that, hasn't shot super well from 3. Eris, in fact, herself just south of 30%, which is decent, but not, superstar great. But she has been on fire in this first half.
Looking at her shoot, and you're telling me the stat number of her being under 30%, I would not be able to tell. She looks uber comfortable back there. And it's scary because she's so short. She's one of the shorter players on the Marion squad. So to see her just pull up from deep, and Washington has a couple taller defenders that are on her, but they aren't affecting her shot. It's like it goes exactly where it's supposed to go. Shooters shoot and shooters miss. But in this case, she's looking really good tonight.
Yeah, it feels like it'll be a necessity in that second half for Washington to attack those closeouts defensively to get into the game. They're doing fairly well down low. They're standing up. They have been the rebounding team that they have shown to be in many aspects, I feel, down low, but just that perimeter threat of Eris is opening a lot of things up for Marion offensively. On the other side of that coin, offensively for Washington, Zeph, what do you want to see from them in terms of getting some points on the board, generating some better offense? We saw them kind of figure out the press, then Marion dropped it off in that second quarter and played some pretty good half-court defense to force some turnovers.
It seems as though the Demons are not attempting to create offense. Like we were talking with John, there's a lot of just dribble, stop, dribble, stop, dribble, stop. Someone needs to take control and create the offense, because if you're going to play this perimeter game, you have to identify when there's a defender's hands down. They're at this point, they're not even afraid of Washington. They're giving them the opportunity to score. Washington just isn't taking it. And the only way you're going to open up the rim is if you put shots in the air. But if you're not shooting and you're not making any attempts, how can you expect the basket to be open for business?
Yeah, we saw Adeline Long drive to the rim on those final 2 possessions that Washington had. Got to the free throw line, got a couple to go on her second trip, but that feels like it's going to be really big as well. Zeph is just attacking the rim, not being afraid to drive inside and being confident with the basketball. We mentioned at the top of the broadcast, this is a Demons team that has struggled in the turnover department. Marion's done a good job of sending an extra help defender to force a couple of those turnovers and just kind of flummox Washington when they have the ball at the perimeter. Can't stay stagnant, have to move the ball around, get some open looks and get some open driving lanes, and when you have a lane, feels like take it. John, the voice, back on the call with us again. John, you have any other takeaways from that first half you'd like to add?
Forgive me. I hope I don't repeat anything you guys just said, because I know it was down there by the floor. I just think if you're Washington, again, just recognizing you're not going to make it all back up in 1 or 2 possessions. You got to keep chipping away. Got to close out. Got to get rebounds. If you're down 18. Really, that clock just seems to, as Chris Berman would say, tick, 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 tick. It's going to happen in the second half. So you really have to limit the second chance opportunities for Marion if you're Washington. And then, again, just put a hat on a hat defensively. I feel like you're going to see, I could be wrong, but I feel like you're going to see a cool down a little bit. First half, when you have a 28%, for the season 3-point shooter go off like that in the first half, it's a fun thing and a good night for her. But hopefully for Washington, they can get that to cool down a little bit and start chipping their way back into this thing.
Yeah, Washington looking for some answers in this second half. Just about 30 seconds until it gets underway. The game I kind of harken back to, Zeph, we were both at it, that game on December 5th against Keokuk. You lose Adeline Long at the very end of that first quarter. That was a back-and-forth game. This is a Keokuk team that has proved to be very good. They're 4-0 in the SEC, but Washington went down big in that game. You could tell they were a little bit thinking about the injury, it was weighing on their minds. They got down, weren't doing the things they were supposed to be doing, and then really worked their way back into that game. Only ended up losing it by 8. I think you and I both feel if Adeline Long is healthy for that whole 32 minutes, they probably are able to pull that game out. Going to need to do something similar here in terms of hunkering down and finding that fight in the second half. And now, of course, you do have Adeline Long as an asset on the court, who we just mentioned was involved in those last 2 trips to the free throw line, but it will be a big deficit to overcome. 18 points as we get set for half number 2. Another reminder, Washington, they are here against Marion tonight. They will be back here against Burlington. 6 p.m. tip-off for the girls' game on January 9th, a couple of days from now. The boys' game will follow. We'll be back to our usual doubleheader action. Marion, if you're following along, for them, their next game home against Benton at 6 on January 6th. So they will play right away again tomorrow after this one wraps up tonight. Washington gets the ball out of halftime. Usual starters out there on the floor for the Demons. Adeline Long, Leighton Messenger, Addison Miller, Vivian Kroll, and Oakley Saboski. Marion going with the same lineup they started with as well. Kendall Harris and Addison Iben, the 2 guards at the top of that 2-3 zone. Now actually looking like dropping into a man in the half court. He's got number 23 there in the middle, Harlow Griffin, kind of probing. Here's Addison Miller, first possession for Washington, looking for a quick answer.
See if you're Miller, you almost see how to go over the top just here.
Miller,
there you go.
Should connect. And that's the start Colin Mulford was looking for. Addison Miller drops in the 3, her first bucket of the evening. Miller, was down there on the court. Guys had some scrappy plays in that second quarter, going to ground a couple of times on that loose ball. Right back down the other way, Harlow Griffin having herself a nice game, already in double figures with 10.
Yeah, we were talking about this in that second quarter, Jack, when you were down below, is Griffin does not go left at all. At least she hasn't even had to attempt to go left. So if you're the Washington defender, try to beat her to the spot, push her back to her left hand, see what she'll do that way. It may be that she does well, but at least just don't give her that right hand opportunity quick. Right now she's just bull rushing the rim.
Oakley Saboski on the left wing. Drives, hands it off to Messenger, who had a lane, puts it up. No good.
That looks pretty good.
Decent look there for Messenger. Can't get it to drop. Grace Whalen will come the other way.
Stop the ball here. I don't know who's got this player, but.
And a quick long-range 3, and that goes. Too much room for Eris. Her 6th 3 of the game, up to 22 points.
I mean, at some point, ball denial would be a solid strategy here. I mean,
yeah,
it is her night.
It is her night.
So make somebody else beat you. You got 2 players beating you right now from Marion.
The lead back to 20 for Marion. Addison Miller loses it, gets it back off the deflection. Drives inside, the double comes, she finds Messenger, now open in the corner. Messenger now open on the right wing. Pump fakes, drives inside as an open lane for the layup. Patient play there between Messenger and Miller to find the best look.
It was a great drive there.
Messenger now on Eris.
I think Messenger on Eris might be the move for the rest of the game.
Quick jumper too short, but Whalen able to grab the offensive rebound.
You got to come away with that one there. There's 3 of you there.
A block from Saboski, but the Demons again unable to grab the rebound. Loose ball and a jump.
It's going to go back.
Possession will stay here.
That was a bad possession when it comes down to rebounding there. We could have had that. It was 3 defenders there.
It's just a lot of when the ball's going up, there's a lot of heads turning and looking at the rim and not a lot of finding your girl, put a body on and go.
Deflection.
Harris gets it inside, and a nice pass to Whalen for 2. That was Griffin on the assist. Whalen up to 4 points. Miller right side. Saboski dumps it off to Leighton Messenger, drives inside, finds Kroll, who gets fouled. Washington, to their credit, feels like attacking the rim a little bit better in these first couple of possessions of the third. The foul will go on Eris. That is somewhat notable. That is a quick third foul for her.
she picks up one more, she's going to be probably sitting.
Kroll can't get the first free throw to drop.
She sat.
And Eris will go out. We've seen her substituted for just kind of short shifts. They did a little offense-defense, and she hit that last three of the first half. Riley Boggs comes in for her. 1 point, 1 rebound a game for Boggs, so not nearly the scorer Eris is.
Now, if you're watching, you got to recognize they're probably going to go to Griffin, right? In the post, this is going to be.
Whalen again is wide open for a layup. That's 2 possessions now where she's been open as a cutter. 21-point lead. Whalen up to 6 points. Kroll.
You got to find Sabaski on that wing.
Yep.
That was a tough pass for Messenger, and Washington turns it over. And again, no one on Whalen. She drives all the way inside, able to kick it out to Boggs. Washington trying to recover. Here it is Griffin on the block. The double comes, and it was a good one, but a foul as Adeline Long was going for the steal.
That's a good foul.
And actually, the foul going to get called on Kroll, who was the initial defender over there on Griffin. Whalen will go to the bench as well as Addison Iben. Addison Miller will take a break for Washington. Reagan Miller coming in for her.
So again, going to that right hand every time.
Griffin leaves that shot short, spinning in the middle of the lane. And Sabaski the other way. Hand off to Messenger. The screen by Kroll. Messenger free throw line. Jay, she was fouled.
I said no foul early because I thought it didn't get called.
Oh yeah, no. It was. If it didn't, they might have heard from me up here. I don't know, but
our rules expert was right on it. Messenger will shoot a pair.
I want to see her take that jump shot a lot more. She has the opportunity.
First one too strong off the back iron. 7 points so far tonight for Messenger. Leads this Washington team in rebounding. Second free throw is also too strong.
Gotta have those.
And coming the other way now is Marion. Top of the key, Boggs swinging it around. Whistler drops it inside to Griffin. Quick kick out, quick trigger 3, no good. But another offensive rebound for the Wolves gives them a bonus possession, and a foul will send Boggs to the free throw line.
Our defensive rebounding needs some work tonight because they're allowing way too many second chance points. You cancel out those second chance points, this league could be trimming.
And really, if you're Marion, you got to be happy right now because your hot hand is out of the game and you're actually building your lead right at this point in time, and so that's working out very well for them.
And the hot hand coming back into the game. It's Eras checks back in. Griffin will take a break. Ellie Morris also sitting for the host as another free throw drops. The lead is 22 for Marion. Boggs has 5 points.
Oh.
Long will try a 3. That goes. Adeline Long hits the quick trigger, and a quick timeout called by Coach Colin Mulford. A full timeout. We'll step aside for just a moment, come back here in 60 seconds. You're watching Washington Demon basketball here on the Southeast Iowa Video Network.
The Connie and Amanda team is dedicated to giving back to our community by actively engaging with our clients, businesses, and the public. When it comes to helping you find your next home, investment, or commercial space, the Connie and Amanda team is here for you.
At WCHC, our goal is to take great care of our patients and our staff.
We are able to approach you, take care of your issues, but also give you a path, as far as referrals or treating you right then and there.
Our role in the community is taking care of something that matters to everyone. It's their family and their health.
More than you expect for your health care.
Check out Community Profiles every Thursday, where our host, Greta Clemens, talks with people from around Washington about their stories and highlighting upcoming events. Make sure to tune in to Community Profiles every Thursday at 10 on the Southeast Iowa Live Facebook and YouTube page.
Back on the Southeast Iowa Video Network, it is a 48-29 Marion lead. Washington calling timeout. We'll see what Colin Mulford tries to draw up. There's 3 minutes and 24 seconds remaining in this third quarter. press on for Washington. Can that slow Marion's offensive firepower down a little bit? Whalen is in trouble and gets the timeout. So Marion having to call one, and a good press there, effective for Washington. Just a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. Guys do like this press on here for the Demons to try and maybe get some quick turnovers, get some quick points going the other way.
I think it could definitely change the pace of the game when it comes down to the way Marion's attacking them offensively. It'll make Marion, slow down a little bit, but it'll also allow the Washington Demons to get their eye on errors. Because, again, I mentioned she's a small girl, so she's moving around this court, and they're not pinpointing her as if she doesn't have 22 points on the night, which is the lead at hand. So,
I mean, really, if I'm Washington, and this, forgive me for being almost contradictory, Zeb, I want to speed them up. I want to speed them up. I want to speed up their decision-making process, maybe get rattled a little bit, maybe hurry in the shot clock a little bit. The last thing I want to do is have them use, 30 seconds of the shot clock or whatever the case might be while they're just milking this clock away.
Whalen, Messenger switches on to her.
That's tough.
I really disagree with that call, Jack. I'm not going to lie to you. I thought Messenger had one hand up. Now, again, I could be wrong if maybe the offhand was there, but at first glance, that looked like pretty good verticality. She maintained legal guarding position, and she was moving backwards, which you're legally allowed to do as you're doing that. So I'm not sure about that one.
Well, nevertheless, it's the first on Messenger, and that will allow Whalen to add to her tally. She makes the first free throw.
Got some confusion. What's that? Did she just shoot one free throw? Was that?
I didn't see what happened to trigger that, but nevertheless, a violation goes on Marion. It's only one free throw for Whalen, and Washington has the basketball coming the other way, down 20. Needing points with under 3 to play in this third quarter. Miller picks up her dribble, kicks it to Messenger. She drives inside. Nice pass to Berto, who's fouled. Sarah Berto, so good at getting in those positions. Her shot chart is very around the rim for Washington, but she's an effective bench player. Up at 56% from the field this season. First free throw too strong, though. She has struggled a little bit when she's gotten to the line, but 2.5 points and just under 4 rebounds a game. It's a valuable asset in the paint.
And free throw shooting so key. Jack and I were discussing a game that recently took place here in Southeast Iowa today. A team lost a game just by, 1 or 2 points, I think it was. But they went 10 for 36 from the free throw line. And so at that point, there's nothing you can say but, hey, do better, make your free throws.
Dang on free throws, yeah.
That's correct.
That is tough. 10 for 36.
Lead still 20 for Marion. Driving inside is Whalen. Messenger.
Again, you cannot give up that offensive rebound. There's 2 people in there, both of them taller than the offensive player. You got to get there.
Driving inside, a good contest. Another O board, and that one leads to a foul as Griffin was able to grab it amongst the trees for Washington, and she has been effective on the boards tonight. Just over 5 a game on the season. Marion team that offensively was averaging just 5.8 offensive rebounds a game. I'm not keeping exact track, but definitely over that here tonight. Second free throw drops. 51-29 lead now with 2:03 to play. 12 points now for Griffin. She's right at her season average. Long gets the screen from Sarah Berto. Messenger stops and pops. 3-2 strong. Ashlyn Long, good effort. Couldn't corral the rebound. Tries to save it and stepped on the baseline.
Good effort, though.
If we see more of those shots from Leighton Messenger right there from that mid-range pull-up, I think we can get an offense rolling here because it seems as though that shot is there every time. They're over-anticipating her to shoot the three-pointer. Small key tune-ups that can change the way this game is flowing right now.
Iben. It's the double screen. Griffin
They are definitely
draws the assignment on with Long, shoots over and gets that one to drop. A smooth shot there on the turnaround J for Griffin. That was the matchup Washington wanted, but Long unable to corral it. Nearly a steal for Eris. She stepped on the sideline.
Tough miscommunication there from Ashlyn and Adeline Long.
Check back in for the Wolves.
You've got to keep your head on a swivel.
Harris will take a break. Dato Gassama back into the game. Messenger into the corner for Reagan Miller. She'll try a three, well short. Late Messenger able to corral the offensive rebound though. Ashlyn Long for three. No good off the rim. Washington haven't gotten some good looks, haven't gotten them to drop. Griffin the other way.
Good defense.
Berto swats that one away from Gassama.
Good front.
Nice positioning there for Sarah Berto. Reagan Miller, little hesitation, gets to the baseline and lost it. Forced to tie up Ellie Morris. That'll keep possession with Washington.
See, right there, you got to be decisive and know what you're doing. If you're going to dribble the ball into the defender, you at least turn your shoulder a little bit so that you can have the ball shielded away. Right there, you just walked in and handed the ball to the defender directly in front of you on a silver platter. That's a block.
Messenger spins baseline.
Great
Miller
shot.
for three. Too strong. Berto couldn't come down with the rebound, but last touched off Marion. Will stay with the Demons. 27 seconds left in this third quarter. Messenger in the corner. Gassama guarding her. Has Berto in the paint. Sid finds Ashlyn Long at the top of the key. Hand off to Reagan Miller.
Oh, she got to take that shot. She's
She
wide
drives
open.
instead of the elbow. Quick two, no good. Miller's had 3 or 4 good looks in the last 30 seconds alone, but with 9 seconds left, Washington can hold for a last shot of this third.
John, I think you're right. Of course, I'm not going to say I think. You are right when it comes down to decision making. When you have the basketball in your hand, you have to know exactly what you're going to do before the ball even touches your hand.
If you're gonna drive, and even then, you're catching it, you're going triple threat, whatever you're doing. If you're gonna drive and put the ball on the floor and go at a defender, you got to know where your other players are. You can't just drive it in and then all of a sudden say, "Oh no, what do I do now?" I mean, you have to have some type of purpose if you're driving in there.
Shot.
Long for three, that's good.
Just keep her shooting. Keep her shooting.
And a lengthy possession ends in a bucket. Long rejects the half-court shot. So a nice couple of moments for the Demons there to end the third quarter, but it is still all Marion, a 21-point lead they hold heading into the fourth quarter. We will come back in just a moment with the final 8 minutes of play here at Washington High School. You're watching Washington Demon girls basketball here on the Southeast Iowa Video Network. Back now on the Southeast Iowa Video Network, where the Washington Demons trail by 21 against a good Marion Wolves team who have the ball to start the fourth quarter. Jack Knowlton, Zeph Walkerell, and John Woodward here on the call have a triple threat in the booth. Quadruple if you count our super producer, Peter Camp, which we all do. Iben, a quick three, no good on the first possession of the fourth for Marion. And Zeph and John, if you're Washington here, as Vivian Kroll gets a quick look at the rim for two.
It's got to be this every possession. It's got to be quick.
It's got to be. Because now you've got the lead under 20. You've been trailing by 20 since the second quarter.
Oh, rotate over.
The help comes, but a wide open triple for Eris is a rare miss.
Oh, that's a foul.
But an offensive rebound for Griffin, bobbled around and collected by Kroll.
We need a three-pointer here from Adeline Long. Just let it fly.
Soboski drives to the free throw line. Here's a long three from Miller, no good, and the rebound by Griffin. Yeah, unlikely the Wolves going to slow things down.
Not the shot you want. You're 4 feet, 5 feet behind the line. You'll put one up, I understand it's semi-open, but you got a hot hand in Long right now. It's really been one of the bright spots from a shooting perspective, trying to get her the rock. Good defense there.
Whoa.
Pass deflected out of play. It'll stay with Marion.
Looked like it was off of Marion, but from our angle, at least.
Harris to trigger. A kick out in the corner. Quick three drops for Whalen. She's had a nice outing and is now the third Wolf in double figures with 10 points.
Can't leave your defender in the corner wide open like that.
Oh, Long slips and falls, able to get it to Miller. Hand off to Messenger. Soboski drives left, finds Messenger, hesitates, drives. Nice find for Kroll, who's hacked by Griffin.
It's the second time, and I wanted to comment on this more in the first half, but Griffin completely turned her shoulder, gave up legal guarding position, and levels Adeline Long in the first half, and then gets up like, what did I do? It's like, it's not even close. Same thing in that particular case. Contact completely from hip to shoulder. You fouled her. And it's, I love the impact of the WNBA and the NBA, where it says, what did I do? I didn't foul anybody. And you see that trickle down sometimes. Don't mind me, Clint Eastwood. Get off my lawning over here, fellas. I'm sorry.
I want to wonder why she shoots so far behind the free throw line.
Second for Kroll, no
Especially
good.
when that one came up short as a, make it difficult for yourself.
And Griffin is questioning the refs again because that one was called last off of her. So Washington able to get another possession.
6 minutes
here.
To go.
Messenger in the corner again. Drives and kicks to Miller. Thought about it. Now goes right. Kick out to Soboski. Messenger top of the key. She'll drive left and get the screen from Kroll. Steps back.
Right there,
Long will try a long three. That drops.
So I'm saying, she's been hot. You got to get her the ball. Keep the spacing right. You almost had another player too close, dragging the defender in. Keep that floor spread.
So Washington showing some nice fight here in the fourth. And even if this doesn't end with a win for the Demons, you have to like their energy in spite of a big deficit, at least so far. See how they sustain it. Harris can take the energy out of a road building real quick. Iben has it now. Harris again, right on that Washington logo, trying to drive on Messenger, loses it. Messenger comes away.
There we go.
And the Demons quickly the other direction.
You got size, go right at it. You got a lane.
Soboski.
Feed Long.
Over to Miller. Miller drives baseline, falls down.
That is either a block or a charge. That is not a no call. I'm not sure what that guy was thinking.
Harris comes quickly the other way, and Kroll fouls her on the way up, will make her earn it from the line.
You cannot have that much contact, and if it's not a charge, if the legs of the offensive player get taken out, that is a block, one way or the other. That is not a no call. I have no idea what he was thinking.
So Harris will shoot a couple of free throws and drops the first, give her 23 points. Ashton Long, Reagan Miller will come into the game. And frankly, John, I agreed with you. I will defer to you on those, but seemed to me like plenty of contact one way or the other.
I mean, certainly Miller, was being aggressive to the base, and that's fine. But if you're not going to call the charge in that case, that's okay too. But there's that much contact, and a player goes to the floor because her legs clearly get tangled up. It's one way or the other. That's not a no call.
Lead back up to 21 for Marion. Not enough stops early in this fourth quarter. And a travel called on Ashton Long.
There's not a better time than now to just let shots fly.
Yep. Let her rip.
I can't stress that enough.
Harris gets it across. Full court press on for Washington. And the three the other way. Whistler went crashing to the ground. Washington emerges with the basketball. Whistler goes down again.
She's had a hard time standing on her feet tonight. She's laughing coming down the floor.
Long to Ashlyn Long. Stops and pops a deep two. Too strong. Vivian Kroll comes away with the rebound. Miller, that shot swatted by Whistler.
And that was a very clean block. You could hear the slap of hand on leather from here to, I don't know, Lynn County, if you will.
Sound analysis, John.
Yes.
Sound analysis.
I believe that was the polite way of saying no crap, Sherlock.
Great shot.
Quarter three, Messenger too strong. I thought you'd take the stance the other direction and argue for a foul. That would have been quite something.
That would have been like, Anjon's never coming back, and we question his credentials as an official.
That's a ref's dream to hear a sound like that, I'm sure. A very clean block.
Correct. But believe it or not, I've been in gyms where that's happened and someone was still yelling about it.
A rare miss that time from Eris. In under 4 minutes to go here. Marion still in comfortable control. Washington trying to still show some good fight in this fourth quarter, cutting to the lead as much as they can. Nice find from Messenger to Perdo. That connection has been there all game and really all season for the Demons.
All year, we shall say, from the volleyball guy.
And a travel called on Eris, so possession back to Washington. 4 points, by the way, for Sarah Perdo. If you want a scores check for the group out there, Reagan Miller's got 5, Messenger still at 7, Ashlyn Long has 2. Adeline Long, no surprise, right below her season average at 14. She's at 14.8 at the season, so splitting hairs a bit there if you're rounding up. Ashlyn Long will get the bump and go to the line.
If they had about 10 more minutes left in this game, with the way that they've kind of adjusted in this fourth quarter, we might see the lead shrink. We just might.
And Phil Jackson said it best years ago, legendary coach of the Chicago Bulls. He says, momentum is a funny lady. And in that first half, all momentum is Marion's way. And I think there may have been just a few more adjustments. I would like to have seen the switch, maybe a Messenger a little bit earlier. I'd like to see a little bit more just in the jersey. Hey, even if you're fouling her off the dribble, whatever it is, they just did not close out enough early and unfortunately gave up too big of a lead. A little bit insurmountable. But I agree with you, Zeph. They're playing them kind of tit for tat back and forth here, but a little too late.
Long's going to get an extra free throw here. Whalen committed a lane violation. In and out on the shot. Whalen drives inside. Griffin's shot is good.
He is really good under that basket.
Nice press break there for Marion. Griffin up to 16 points.
I need Adeline to stop deferring ball and take it.
Messenger flashing in that paint, was open for a moment, but it would have been a difficult pass. 2-3 zone on for Marion. Reagan Miller gathers it after a loose ball. Drives to the left elbow. Finds Leighton Messenger. 8 on the shot clock. Ashlyn Long, that one poked out of play by Gassama.
Now, I do want to say this because I know I've had a few hard analysis on a few different calls. I will say this: we are very, very grateful for our officials all over the state of Iowa. Right? There's 4,200 total officials in all sports in the state of Iowa, which is actually not a lot. Average age is 62 and a half in those officials, and these games cannot be played. There's games canceled all over the state all the time because officials aren't there. So we're very, very appreciative of what they do, how they show up, the drives, the times they spend away from their families. Really do appreciate that.
Absolutely. Platoon substitutions now for both teams with the game in hand, and a shot clock violation. There was 8 on the ticker when everyone came in. Can't really blame the reserves for that one. It was a group substitution. Not everyone might have been noticing that the shot clock was at 8, but regardless, Marion is coming back the other way. Some reserves in. Taylor Kriegel has it here. She kicks it out to Boggs, who has played the majority of the game, remains out there. Offensive rebound.
Good D. Way to put a hand up.
That one gathered up by Washington. This is Jocelyn Villa with the ball. She's out there. Emma Horick, Taylor Mick, Iris Dahl, and Jaden Moore, the group for the Demons. Chance to get some minutes. Coming the other way, here's
on her.
Matea Austin.
Back on defense.
No good. Dahl grabbed the rebound and was deflected out of play.
You gotta love that late game hustle.
On the deflection, that time's F. I was hoping to say this name. Madison Reindernecht for the Wolves. Had to decrease the font size on the old sheet planner for that one.
Oh, can we get some contact?
Korak falls down. And out of play, it'll stay with Washington.
That was some contact. Definitely some blocking contact there.
Could have been. Could have been. I think at this point, in a 21-point game with a minute and a half, it will there's just transparency, a little behind the scenes. It has to be fairly egregious, kind of a 50-50 ball many times. In that case, so just let it go, especially when you're emptying the benches at this point.
Dahl, Mick thought about a three, drives inside. Horick on the right side. One on the shot clock and out of time. Another shot clock violation. So the Demons on the year going to drop to 6-3 overall, and you don't want to say every game is necessarily inconsequential. They all matter, but of course won't hurt their conference standings. Still 3-1 in the SEC. They'll have Burlington, a team right near there with them, 4-3 on the year and 2-1 in conference play, coming in here on Friday, and that'll be a big one, an opportunity to bounce back. But a 3-game winning streak will end here tonight at home, and you have to credit Marion. This is a good team. They've been there or thereabouts in the postseason at the 4A level for the past couple of years. Lost to Clear Creek Amana, one of the better teams in this state, by 8 points in their final game of the regular season.
Blocking?
I think she may have turned her shoulder, and if so, she turned her shoulder and gave up legal guarding position in that case. It was very quick. It was really slight. I understand is a tough one.
With all this contact we've been getting, I don't like that call there.
It's one of those things to where it's like it has to be called. Now, granted, there was the freeze frame down here. That one needed to be called too, but it is what it is in that case.
Marion going to improve to 3-4 on the season.
There he goes. That ball doesn't lie. You get a turnover, you go back the other direction.
You're right. Ball does not lie. I am rooting for this bench to put up a point so bad.
Oh, now
charge the other way.
No, Zip, they're going to get me in trouble. They're going to get me in trouble. I don't know. Oh man. Now here's the thing. You like to see when there's a 50-50 block charge call either way. A lot of times what you'd like to see is that both be the same call. Because now in a close game, here it didn't matter, but in a close game, there would have been a lot of irate people in this gym.
Pandemonium.
It was just the same one,
The final buzzer sounds that will put a stamp on this one. So Marion able to cruise to a road win by 21 over Washington, 39-60, the final score. We'll send it to a quick break. When we come back, we'll have the Community First Credit Union post-game show here on the Southeast Iowa Video Network. Once again, your final. Marion 60, Washington 39.
At Seafirst Credit Union, we're all about making connections, like how we connect you to that dream vacation with a savings account designed to help get you on the flight there. Connect with Seafirst today and see why together is better.
At Washington Lumber and Home Center, our extensive knowledge, great pricing, and a long list of local installation experts, you are guaranteed to get the service you deserve with the quality you should expect. Washington Lumber and Home Center, your local place for great results.
Introducing Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every meal is a delight. Start your day with our mouthwatering breakfast options and savor flavorful lunches with friends and family. Cap off your day with our delectable dinners. Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every moment is delicious.
Fairway's the place to be all season long for your grocery needs. Drive through the lane for the snacks and drinks you need to keep you in the game, and don't forget to grab a meal for a post-game feast. Make Fairway your home field advantage. Your adventure starts here. Capper Auto Group, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram will get you ready in style. Meet with our friendly and experienced team to find a vehicle that gets you on the road, and rely on our service shop to keep you there. Capper Auto Group. See yourself the Capper experience. At Wolf Floral, you'll find everything you need to spruce up your summer. Located on the southeast corner of the Washington Square, we've got you covered from small gift items to the finest floral arrangements around. Wolf Floral, unique by choice, not by chance.
In the heart of rural Iowa, where community matters most, the connections we make are made to last. Meet KCTC, your hometown internet, phone, and TV provider. At KCTC, we're not just about technology, we're about people. Our dedicated team are your neighbors, committed to bringing you top-tier services right where you live. We believe in giving back to the community that raised us. Experience the power of a real connection with KCTC. Join us in building a stronger, more connected Southeast Iowa.
Yes.
Welcome back to Washington High School here on the Southeast Iowa Video Network. This is the Community First Credit Union post-game show, where it is the Demons falling at the hands of Marion, 60-39. Jack Knowlton, Seth Walker, John, the voice Woodward, looking to put a bow on this one. Gentlemen, it was a tough go, especially in that second quarter for Washington. Marion getting red hot, in particular, of course, Kendall Harris, who finished with 7 threes on the night, leading the way for the visiting Wolves. What were your takeaways there for Washington on the defensive side first thing?
I'd say let me before I get to you, because I know I'm gonna launch. Defensively, they got in groove too late. You know, they weren't entirely terrible defensively, as the lead looks like, you know, one-sided game. But in the moments where it mattered, they locked in. But it was already too far too gone. Harris already had 5 3-pointers up on the card, and you really can't do anything at that point. When you're down 15, then you go down 20, and then you're just battling a 20-point lead in the entire second half. It's like, what can you do more defensively when you have not figured out your offense? The offense is what scores the points. The defense is what stops the points. So they kept the lead where it was, but it was already a lead. So that's my takeaway defensively. So
I'd say 3 things: box out, close out, and then offensively ball movement, right? I know you're going to get to offense. So that's where I could sum it up. Too many second chance opportunities, Jack. Too many times where the ball's going up and we're seeing this. We're seeing heads turn, but no one's turning and putting a body on somebody, right? And then on the closeouts, you would see a closeout, but then they'd stop. But still, there was all kinds of breathing room between the offensive player and that. So box out, close out, and then on the offensive possession, your ball movement, your spacing, it needs to get better.
Yeah, absolutely. A rare sort of rebounding miscue for Washington as a team. Normally a very outstanding rebounding team, especially on the offensive end. On the positive side, Adeline Long got her scoring going a little bit, finished close to her season average with 14 points, in this game. Looking ahead now, Washington faces Burlington on January 9th. 6 p.m. is the tip-off for that for the girls' game. What are you hoping to see from this Demons team in that one to try and rebound and get a conference victory, which would take them to 4-1 in SEC play if they can get it?
Now, how do you respond from adversity, right? And I think tonight, there may have been a little bit of fatigue left over from that Fort Madison game. That was a brutal, hard-fought game, right? So maybe some of that carries over. Get some rest, right? Your next matchup, give you a few days, get your head right. Hey, it happens. These games will come along. How do you bounce back from that? How do you rebound it? How do you psychologically come? And I'd like to see Long continue to be a little bit more of a vocal leader out there on the floor when people's heads are down, when the spacing's being what it is, and it's a little bit fractured. I'd like to see kind of more of that leader on the floor leadership from her, maybe Messenger and others, just really kind of come to the table that way.
It's important to note that Adam Long waited too long to, no pun intended,
we see what you did there.
She waited too long to actually start taking over offensively. And when you have a girl like Adeline Long, who can do a lot on the floor, you are going to draw a lot of attention, which are going to leave your teammates open on the wing, on the corners, in the paint. But when she waited too long, they were already locked down and everywhere else. Mm-hmm. So if she would have taken the lead early it would have drawn the defense to her, which would have allowed, Reagan and Addison Miller or Leighton Messenger to hit those deep shots that they're normally hitting when the defensive pressure is targeting Adeline Long. Coming out of that third quarter, she did, or was the second half or the first half, where she had those 2 back-to-back fouls?
Yeah, the very end of the first half.
It was almost like you saw a blink of like, okay, if she continues to drive and draw the contact, eventually the defense will know she's the girl.
Yeah.
But this game, they didn't have to target anybody, so they were able to just stop everything that they tried.
And I think you saw her creating some in the first. And I think you also saw she was chasing Eris around a little bit in that first half. And I saw some heavy breathing. I saw some fatigue, maybe earlier. So certainly maybe you just be like, all right, I need a minute. Let me kick this over here. Y'all do something, and then we'll come back,
Yeah, definitely.
So,
Delavadova vibes.
Yeah, Eris can certainly tire a number of defenders out with the way she's able to move around the perimeter. We'll see how Washington responds in their next game. Once again, that is against Burlington on January 9th, 6 p.m. tip-off for the girls' game. The boys will follow. We'll be having another doubleheader here on the Southeast Iowa Video Network. We will sign things off. Once again, Marion coming in and getting the road win 60-39 over Washington. For John the Voice, for Zeph Walker L., for Peter Camp, our great producer on the ones and twos, I've been Jack Knowlton. We will see you on the next one.